Howdy all, I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd. The MCU is dying. The MCU is dead. In fact, it's probably been dead for a long time. It's a zombie, trudging along. No plan, no goal, except to, maybe push agenda. But that's just the thing. The red flags, the signs, the canary in the coal mine, use your metaphor, whatever you want to say, it's been there for a long time. Proving once and for all with today's announcement that they have shit-canned the Daredevil show, that they're retooling their entire television division, proves we were right. All this time, those of us who have been saying Marvel is in trouble, we're right. You don't lose hundreds of millions of dollars, both in the cinema and on Disney Plus, and not suffer the consequences. Well, what do?
Lightning has just struck my brain.
Well, maybe it's time to stop being experimental and do things the traditional way. What are we talking about? As I alluded to, we have now learned today that the Daredevil show, Daredevil Reborn, is essentially done for now at Disney Marvel Studios. Daredevil hits reset button as Marvel overhauls its TV business. It's a big article, so bullet points here, because we're not going to go through the whole thing. We can do that on a stream at another time. Marvel spends, as you can see there, $150 million or more. We know it's more. We know it's 200, 250 on these things with no return. Disney Plus is a money sink. It's a money pit. It's an abyss where things only go in and nothing comes back out. People aren't signing up. People aren't watching. Hell, people don't even know or care. And they understand that. You know they get that because they've pushed Ironheart to the nether regions of 2025, where it's been essentially canceled now. Echo has lost an episode if the rumors are true, and they're still just going to dump all of it at once in the middle of the night, and nobody's going to care because nobody asked for this show in the first place. But Daredevil was a special case. Daredevil was a special case because, one, Daredevil has a history of success on television. The Netflix Daredevil series is beloved. People love it. They call it perfect television, especially that first season. They didn't want it messed with. In fact, people loved Charlie Cox so much they were waiting for him to actually get into the regular MCU. Well, he did that. He is now, and it isn't exactly what they wanted. As we all saw when we watched She-Hulk, don't ask for all your wishes to come true because sometimes they'll turn out to be a nightmare. The Daredevil we got in She-Hulk was not Daredevil. It was frankly, he was a cuck. He was a cuck who had to do the walk of shame. So when everybody heard they were doing Daredevil Reborn, which was essentially, as I've had it explained to me, they already did that with Daredevil Season 3 on Netflix. People said, no, we don't want you to do this. We don't want you to hurt the character even more. Now, apparently, as we see here, Disney's canceled Daredevil Reborn. Not because the fans were saying no, because looks like they got to look at it, and it's trash. It was apparently trash. They realized they can't do it. And what it has led to now is not only a complete ditching of it, but they're ditching their whole so-called freewheeling approach to making television to go back to the way it should be. And what is the way it should be? Well, you're going to have showrunners now. Going to have a showrunner. Going to have a series Bible. A Bible, which is important because it keeps things on the rails. It doesn't allow for retconning. You don't need to retcon shit if you stick to the premise as outlined in the Bible with all the proper details and points that you don't forget or ignore. Gonna have actual executives overlooking the show as well, not dividing their attention between all the stuff, people actually in charge of it. And they're gonna have pilots. They're gonna have pilots to see whether or not it's even gonna work. Imagine if they had pilots for all the failed MCU shows on Disney Plus. Honestly, none of them would have probably made it into production because they're all garbage and trash that nobody watched. The article here is going to say, oh, the MCU and Star Wars are some of the most watched things on Disney+. According to Samba TV, only a couple million households watch them on regular. Less even with some of the MCU shows. Less than 1 million watch them. Out of a current subscriber base of, last I checked, over 140 million, where's the other 130 million, 138 million people to watch this? That's been my question a long time with all the numbers that Disney puts out in terms of who's watched what with Disney+. Bottom line is nobody cares about this stuff. Nobody wants to. And this is a Hail Mary pass because you know what? Apathy is set in. Disinterest is set in. The normies don't watch this shit anymore. The real nerds, the real fans like myself, we're gone. We're not there. And the stands are this much traction. They'll run around on Twitter X going, I love this, oh, no, it's so great. But it doesn't translate into success. It doesn't translate into money. It doesn't translate into merch being sold. What it translates to is failure. Failure to find an audience. And they think now, going back to traditional TV, they think that's going to save things. It isn't, because the article states that their example of what they need for a showrunner is Jessica Gao. Jessica Gao, who gave us She-Hulk. Jessica Gao, who wrote an entire show to troll the fans. Call them toxic. Call them bad. Call them incels. That's their idea of a showrunner, which means they still haven't figured it out. You don't want to put somebody in charge of something that doesn't, A, even know the material, or B, care about the material, and C, hates the fans the material is made for. Do you understand why I said at the beginning of this video, the MCU is dead. It cannot be saved. This is a Hail Mary pass because there's no audience left. You could make the best TV show ever next year out of this new system they're setting up. But the audience isn't coming back. The audience isn't going to be there. At best, you could have a Picard Season 3 effect where a few stalwart souls venture in there, tell you it's okay, you'll get a brief bump, but then it's a back to nothing because people are, well, we're not going to be suckered anymore. We're not going to be lured in by jangly keys, by shinies, and told, hey, look, remember this? Remember that? Oh, it could be like this. Not to mention, Picard Season 3 was done out of love by Terry Matalas. I doubt you could find anybody in their pool of DEI that would truly love an MCU product and produce something for the fans. Because no matter what they say about, oh, the writer's room this, it's going to be less diversity. No. Nothing's going to change. The people at the top are still the people at the top. The people who they're going to hire to be showrunners are still the agenda-driven maniacs who don't care about the source material and only care about destroying the product, destroying the character, destroying the story in favor of agenda. So there you have it. Disney Marvel may be hitting the reset and overhauling the entire TV studio approach, but it's too little too late. Nobody wants this. Nobody asks for it. Nobody cares about it. All we care about, and this is not the thing you want people to care for, all we care about is how bad is it going to be? How many jokes, how many memes can we make on this when it's a total burning disaster? MCU is done. MCU ended with Endgame. It's time to accept that and move on. All right, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. If you're new here, I invite you to check out my channel and subscribe to me right here on YouTube, where I hope to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic do not care about whiny Stan, fake fan, and SJW fifis. Hit the notification bunch of my videos if you like what I'm preaching. By all means, leave a comment. I love to hear what you, the passionate fan, has to say, because I care what you think. I do not care what the stands, the fake fans, and the SJWs have to say, because 201, they're all cowards behind keyboards, easily triggered, easily read, and I smile because they're morons. And if these are my enemies, then victory is assured. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to reach out to me, please email me at theranernerd@gmail.com for all channel business purposes. I am on Twitter now, mostly for promotion and sharing of videos, maybe a little shit stirring here and there, who knows, at @theranernerd. You can also find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can see me on Rumble and Odyssey under the Renaissance Nerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.